I just pulled a white nose hair. How old am I? Jesus Christ.
The real test is, was it 3 inches long?
It was like a fucking piano wire.
Please remember, the views and opinions expressed by this show or any other show on DV Radio and its guests are strictly those of said individuals and do not reflect those of the DV Radio staff, nor the staff of dysfunctional veterans.
Attention, everyone.
You're tuned in live.
DV Radio.
Online and on the go on your mobile device.
Listener's discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to
Hey, you're listening to DV Radio with the old guy. I see Bo, who never leaves his couch for some reason. Google and Recall, and I don't know where Marquis at.
I was going to say he probably went to Kruger.
The little garlic sauce is delicious. You alt-right neo-Nazi bastards better stop it right now.
If you use the cheap sauce, it don't taste good.
It tastes like ass.
And I've got an important message.
Joe Junkie and Carrie Crack are perfectly fine for Tombstone.
Well, yep. Carrie Crack is perfectly fine. She did in New Zealand. I would have sex with Brad Pitt.
How can you even read that with a straight face? Well, I've heard that many like short and tuna can girth, so I'm winning in that round apparently.
You're tuned in to WDVR on DVRadio.net or by searching DV Radio on your TuneIn app on your favorite mobile device.
Because this is how it is on DV Radio.
That is how it is right here on DVRadio.net. WDVR Barracks Talk Live, May 19th, 2018. It's Saturday. I'm Boner Wood. We got Recoil, DV6, and Google. Is Google here? Where's Google? Google?
I'm right here.
Okay. Okay.
I got a cold, so my voice sounds different.
All right, making sure he is here. How you doing, Google?
I'm good.
Okay.
Well, I love DV6.
I was going to say, I'm going to turn it back over to DV6 now. Oh, me. So, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm
fantastic.
Good.
Awesome.
I got big boobs.
Really? They go ahead.
And a sore back.
Oh, man. So, Six, what are you up to tonight?
I'm on. Oh, I gotta shut the door. The dog just walked in. I'm on the show. We're started. I'm good. Keep talking.
Oh, man. Yes, we have a big... excuse me. But yes, we do have a long ass list lined up tonight for this show. We got our guest Bobby Henline is going to be on with us tonight after the first break, so stay tuned for that to hear about his story. We've got and a
reminder: don't smoke around him. Somebody said.
Yes, that was me. I wanted to remind you, please, no flames around Bobby. Don't want him shooting off any fireworks. Anyway, we got the Up in Arms podcast host. They'll be on with us shortly. Before we go to break, Recoil, how you been?
Good, brother. Rocking on.
Rocking on.
Outstanding. So, Six, what's been happening at the farm lately?
Yeah, I apologize. It's going on like a month since I did an update on one of those live videos. I was going to do it today. I'll get to it tomorrow. And to everybody who has been donating, thank you. And all those birthday fundraisers, those have been outstanding. Keep them coming. If you do one, just make sure you spell your words correctly. I mean, not that it matters to me, but the grammar Nazis, are very dangerous out there, and they will attack you.
It all starts with the brown shirts.
Yeah. So, but those birthday fundraisers are awesome. I think one of the records so far is 2,600 and change on one of them, and if you start one on Facebook allows you to use your birthday as a gimmick to raise money for your charity, and we are a I guess publicly listed charity, so you can select us if you want, and if you do, make sure you get it over to the visitor side of the DV page, post it there so I can see it, and I'll try and mainline it when I see it. So you can run it for like 4 weeks. I like blowing those up, and Facebook doesn't take any money from it. You know, the only thing is it takes 90 days to get here, but who's complaining? We know why it takes 90 days because Facebook sits on the money and they get the interest. You know, so that's how they make their money. But they don't deduct anything, so it's straight money. So that farm is we're busting our ass. That's another reason why I haven't been doing these videos. I've just been wiped out. You know, we're full house, building, we just moved the baby chicks out of the basement into their new home. And the guys worked all week constructing that. You know, this, and this is for the young ones too. I can understand the old guys here, but the young ones, when I'll be shutting the office light off at 10 o'clock at night and look across the dirt road and all the lights are out at the vet house before 10 o'clock. It wore out. But yeah, they did a good job. They built that building, and now they're working on, we got some new ducklings down there. And then once that's done, we're going to redo the basement. You know, so what else is going on? What else? As far as the farm. Now, you got news about this friggin' chat, don't you?
Yeah, so last week, right before the show aired, Recoil jumped on and said our chat box was being canceled. And I said, what the hell are you talking about? And they let us know last Saturday, just like all of you found out, that they were canceling our chat room on May 25th. So we had to find a new one. Thus, what you see right now on dvradio.net/chat. But it's actually a lot faster. It works simpler. You can password protect your login information. You can sign on with Facebook, however you want to do it. Everybody that I've talked to said it's wonderful. That's actually tested it out with me. So that's the chat box, and it's supposed to be mobile friendly. So
it seems to be working pretty good. I haven't tried it on mobile yet, but yeah, the other chat, the chat host itself decided that they were going to just close up shop. So it wasn't our chat specifically. It was everyone that used that host.
Yes. The whole company has shut down. I have no clue why. They didn't give me a reason. I emailed them and asked them if they could help us out because we had limited time for our next show, and they basically told me to fuck off. So I was like, fuck you too.
Did they really tell you that?
In the long, drawn-out way, yes.
Well, if that's their business plan, no wonder they shut down.
Right. I mean, they were great people when it came to like getting help and all. But when it came to last week, when I had asked them, you know, because we needed one for Monday's show of Struggle Brothers because they're syndicated, and they basically told me to fuck off that Monday morning, and I was like, well, you know what? Fuck you too. I didn't have the chat room up Monday, but by Wednesday we had this one up. So
only at DV can you tell your patrons to go fuck themselves and continue on.
Right? Yeah,
because it's a term of endearment here.
Exactly.
Yeah, but so this one though, I personally don't like it because it's expensive. I mean,
this one actually 6
listeners.
Actually 6. Believe it or not, this one is different from the one I talked to you about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
But
I haven't
still,
been in any meetings this week other than all the other ones.
But just so everybody is clear, 6 is correct in that we do have to pay for this chat room, and it is being the donations. That's what this.
Hold on, let me get the guilt music coming. Let me play the guilt music.
let me play that tiny violin. Yeah, so that's what the donations go to. This right here, the chat room, the mobile player, the website. You guys all want to know what it goes to. This is the stuff it goes to. So it doesn't go in our pocket.
Stream licensing and Podbean account and all that shit.
Exactly. So you want to know where your donations go? It goes right back into DB Radio.
That's why on the podcast we don't play music anymore, because the stream license to be able to play those songs on the podcast version rather than the live version was astronomically expensive.
Yeah. So you can blame the laws of copyright and trademark and music labels for that one. Thank you.
All right. I have a feeling Google will be here shortly. So before she gets here, a lot of news this week. But I'm not going to really get into it. Royal Wedding, haven't watched any of it other than what was presented to me on Facebook. The best one I seen in regards to the royal wedding was he found one of the DVs found it difficult to fap to. So I put that up there. But other than regular memes, I stayed away from it.
I thought we stopped giving a shit about royal weddings like sometime around 1776.
No, not in America. It's a soap opera. You should. Come on.
I wonder if the Muslims got to fap to it because they had about 30 horses. Just wondering. Actually, goats is their preferred choice, isn't it?
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Horses are a little too tall. You got to get a stool.
Oh, man. God. All right. What else is going on? Yeah. And as far as there was a lot of news this week. A lot of gun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Dump truck stuff and the new VA secretary. Oh, speaking of here's something. So I dropped the news links, during the day as they come in, and one of them was I think I said Trump is donating his paycheck from this quarter to the VA, and I guess how like. One guy said it, if you're a glutton for punishment, read the comments, right?
Yep.
Well, I saw the top comment one, and it's like, you people, he could give away $1 billion and you wouldn't even be happy. He'd find something to complain about, blah, blah, blah. So I can only imagine what the comments were. People are like, 200,000 isn't that much, or whatever it is.
Oh, I've managed the Twitter account, and some of the tweets that I've seen that, actors have retweeted and stuff. I'm just like, are you really? You're putting the guy down because he's given that much. I mean, that's a lot of money, believe it or not, to some of us. But whatever.
Well,
only in America.
Every week I read one meme, right? It's become a tradition, and I'm gonna just read you this. And this one, you don't have to see the picture because it's all word. It's not really a meme, then, right? It's a screenshot. Here it is. Dan Bongino over on Instagram put his version of the Democrat dictionary. Illegal immigrants equals dreamers. Trump supporters, deplorables. MS-13 killers, human beings. Number 4, human beings in the womb, not human beings. Number 5, Hamas terrorists, protesters. Number 6, law-abiding NRA members, terrorists. But I'm reading I'm reading this, and it's like, because you heard this week, it's no wonder that the media gets called fake, right? Right. He was having a summit or a meeting with law enforcement, Homeland Security, and all this about the gangs. Specifically MS-13, and he referred to them as animals. What do you think the mainstream media did?
Yeah, they took the one clip where he says these people are trying to come into our country and they're not even people, they're animals.
Yeah,
but they completely cut out the question directly before that, where the lady asked him specifically about MS-13.
It gets better. Even one guy on MSNBC and whatever that other network is,
the Peacock.
MS-13 network.
MS-13. He goes. Yeah, he even went so far as to say, those MS-13 gang members, you're dehumanizing them. They're human beings. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here.
Before me and Six had talked about this, I was on my tablet going through Facebook, and they show the trending articles on the right side. It said Trump calls immigrants monsters, and I was like, that's a trending headline. I got to click on this. Well, it never come up, and then Six tells me about the MS-13. I was like, really?
Yep.
It's crazy. I mean, the majority of Latinos and Mexican citizens and Mexican Americans do not like MS-13.
Yeah,
they're just a horrible fucking group.
And me and you have talked about that, Recoil. Well, Recoil, you and I have talked about that. About MS-13 and all, and even in my town, my shit ass of a town, Mayberry, we have MS-13, and nobody likes them at all.
They need to win the hearts and minds. They already did of some news agencies, but yeah, calling criminal. But to take it and spin it just for whatever their narrative is.
Yeah.
So, but, I it's comical, you know. Those. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. But there's just so much news out there this whole week. It's a shit show. Stormy Daniels did a. I guess she's gone back to work.
She has actually. She has actually.
See, there you go. Donald Trump putting people back to work.
Yeah.
Just like he promised.
What else? So,
Does
Google,
she-
how are you doing tonight?
Does Stormy count as a welfare recipient?
How do you figure?
Well, she's wanting money for nothing.
And her chicks for free.
Exactly.
Here it comes. Woo! 7 more minutes. All
Waka
right.
waka. Yeah, Google hasn't messaged me yet, so I don't know where she's at.
Oh no. Okay, I hear her now. She's doing laundry.
Oh,
The
she's
dishes
still taking
on.
a shower.
No, she's doing. What else? Oh man, what a week! I'm beat. So, Bo knows why. But if I don't make the whole show, you guys know. Bo knows why.
We're good. We're good. Who wants six on for the rest of the show?
Guy, everybody listening. For those who don't know, Bo cannot leave his couch. He is like he's permanently there. And we were on a Skype call, and it was sad. It was sad. He was all alone in the house, and his mom had left him food on his table, and there was an accident. And I had to watch him for 2 hours or whatever, however long, all day. His food for the day fell, and it was out of reach. And he can't, just climb down. No, it doesn't work like that. And he had to look at his food for the day to survive on, just out of reach on the floor. And I'm sitting here watching this poor guy just starve all day.
The one day that my blood sugar wants to decide to be low, it's that fucking day of all fucking days.
You know you're a true DV. You know you're a true DV when you
drive down there and pick it up. He's in, he's like a few states away. So
you know you're a true DV when you find that hysterically funny.
Right? Well, see, this is the bad thing. Like, I had went to put up a drink, and the bread was sitting on top of the Ziploc baggie. I'd nudged it just enough. The Ziploc baggie just falls back behind everything. I can't see it. I can't reach it. And Six is over there. Well, you need to grab her. I was like, it wouldn't do any good. It doesn't bend. So I still couldn't get the damn thing.
But speaking, like you said, recoil about the DVs. So, yes, a dump truck collided with a school bus this week in New Jersey, and there were fatalities, I believe. And I just happened to see the comment in our internal chat, and it piqued my interest, and I went to go look at the news article. And of course, one of the comments, ban dump trucks. God damn, that's even the DVs were saying, that's too soon. No, it's not. They're already politicized and everything. They do that when there's a shooting, right? And it's like, but it's an inanimate object. It killed somebody. But it was what I find dark, hilarious humor is the argument pro and con on both sides of it. It was funny.
Well, if you saw the conversation Recoil and I had earlier, holy shit.
Social media really has put a spin on everything now. You don't have to register to vote anymore. You don't have to go. You don't have to go collect signatures. If you can get the music just right and the right people and the right backdrop and you film it just right. Oh.
Did you see all the butt hurt on that meme with the teacher complaining about having to spend money on pencils and a mechanic standing there with his 40,000 toolbox going, that's cute.
It's a joke.
Oh my God, the butt hurt was insane.
So there's what he's talking about, everybody, is I had seen this somewhere else. I steal from the best. And it's a split screen meme. and on a teacher on the top. Like it looks like a college, but with the chalkboard and all these fucking hieroglyphics or whatever, 2 + 2, and down below is a mechanic with the tools, and it says something like, the guy above the teacher says, "It's not fair. I have to buy supplies or my own supplies for school or something." Teaching supplies or whatever. And the mechanic down below it is captioned as saying, "Cool story, bro." And here it comes. I thought it was funny. I think it's funny because, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, they shouldn't have to spend their money, and he gets to own his tools. Well, if you buy your own chalk, you get to keep it.
It was great.
Yeah. So
then they accused us of attacking teachers, and I'm like, it's not attacking anybody.
I'm glad you brought that up. But just look, whether you vote Democrat, you vote whatever you want to. I don't hate you because of what your political party is. If you're a vet, and you're on the page, whatever your opinion is, fine. It doesn't mean that the whole page is one way or the other. I run the page, so it's going to slant a little, but it's open to everybody. I don't hate any. Well, there's a couple people I do hate. I would have passed, but I don't hate anybody. Do I, guys? Do I?
No. And the thing is like a lot of those types of posts, and that one specifically, actually opened up for discussion. Yeah, there was actually some productive discussion in there amongst the DVs that weren't assholes, or the group of teachers that apparently saw it and got all butthurt about it. But there was actually some productive conversation within that thread. And a lot of our memes, the majority of our memes are there specifically for humor, but a lot of them do inspire conversation, and that's important.
That's all I know how to say is pew pew.
Right? Oh, is that you?
Yeah, I'm G. I wanted to see if it worked, and I typed G and hit enter, and I guess that's my name now.
Even though
change my picture, you like that?
Even though
have to log you in.
Even though Recoil, I fixed everybody's names that you guys had, all your logins, and he just goes ahead and starts using it. Don't ask how to use it or not. He just jumps right in. This is why we don't let 6 press buttons, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, you got anything else for us, 6?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them because that way they. Yeah, I'm gonna tell them. Okay. So I was gonna go live tonight, and I went out to go. Bo was like, "You need to get pictures and stuff." So I said, "Let me go out," and me and another vet built temporary roost poles in the new house, because right now the baby chicks, they're trying to roost in the rafters and all that, and all you hear is thud, thud, thud all fucking night because they got no roost poles. So I took a couple old chairs, threw some sticks together, and when we went in there and made a few roost poles. And I went out to go take a picture of it, and all the fucking baby chicks are running around, and I'm trying to get out the door. And I'm like, Jesus, you're all running. And one ran under my foot. And I'm wearing like 30-pound boots. And I stepped on a baby chick. And there's just nothing I could do. And so it's hurt. And I've got it over here in the office in a box covered up. He's still alive. Well, I'm hoping he'll make it. She'll make it through the night. But I feel like a fucking piece of shit. It's like, I got no problem killing these damn things to eat them. I got no problem lopping a fucking head off if it's sick. I got no problem killing the men out there because I don't need all them fucking roosters. But let me step on one. Holy shit. It's like, man, I got no problem with fucking people dying.
Yeah, you guys don't understand how hard it hit 6. Like,
It's a lot easier when they're an ugly chicken than it is when they're a cute little peep.
Right.
Well, even OGs. That's what the vets call the original chickens that have been here since day one on the farm. There's only like 2 of the originals. They call them the OG birds. They're the ones you see on the video riding on the door of the truck. or going in the oven of the camper.
Those fucking assholes, man.
Why is Google Pink on here?
That's what I want to know.
Saying, why the fuck am I pink?
Because I knew she'd be asking why the fuck she was pink. So, if that's all 6, I need to introduce.
Yes, sir.
All right. Before we go to break, I need to introduce a few people. They are from the Up in Arms podcast. We got Danny Magnum Condoms. Actually, it's Danny Magnum Mac. Patrick, go fuck yourself. Oh, baby. And Steve Savage. Actually, that's really, isn't it? Whoops, forgot about that. Anyway, how you guys doing tonight?
Oh.
Hey-o.
So.
Pretty good.
And that sexy voice is Danny. Danny, if you don't mind, could you tell us why the fuck do you guys want to be syndicated with us? Because that's why you're here, right?
Well, we just all got a bunch of... It's kind of based off having a platform to speak. We when we got hanging out with our friends and all, everybody always says, "Oh, you guys should have your own radio show." Ooh, and you just kind of shrug it off. And then I kind of started listening to podcasts, and I was like, maybe not a radio show, maybe a podcast. And we're just out to entertain. At the end of the day, the syndication thing just expands our jokes and our debauchery, whatnot.
This is a really, by the way, the funny thing about it is we start getting on radio and we start talking, and I was surprised by the overwhelming amount of support of fucked up people in the world that there are that wanted to hear more content of how disturbed we all are mentally. And that was kind of inspiration for us to keep this thing going, to be honest with you.
Well, I've got to say, you guys came to me. I think it was you. Was it Danny? Was it you that had emailed me? What's that? I'm sorry.
No, it was,
that was me about a month ago.
Okay. So, you had emailed me, and you had given me one of your episodes to listen to. And at the time, that email, I didn't have time to listen to it, but we had set up a meeting, and I listened to it the night before. And I very rarely listen to a podcast all the way through. Even ours, I can't listen to it all the way through because I was there. I'd done it. But other podcasts that even I'm interested in, like Joe Rogan and stuff, I won't sit all the way through. I think I listened to that 45-minute podcast, and I didn't turn it off the entire time. And I actually was laughing when I would pick up on stuff that I would hear because I was working at the time. But I even had a few of our DBs, our listeners on DB Radio, actually listened to you guys throughout the past couple of weeks. Said you guys were hilarious, for one. You were awesome. It was the DB mentality. So you guys fit right into the DBR family on top of that. And that you didn't stick it on politics like most of the podcasts out there are doing, because that's one thing I know a lot of people are trying to get away from.
It's easy to do nowadays. Everything's political. You can't get on Facebook without some kind of fucking political post.
Exactly.
So we just pour the whiskey around the table and just follow it, see where it goes.
Yeah. You guys, like you said, Patrick, you guys have an amazing following already. I mean, it's not, 60 million following you, but you guys have a pretty good following already. One of you guys want to tell us, how do you interact with your audience? Because I know you do a lot of interaction with your audience for your shows. How does that work out?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Pat. Oh, all right. Really, I mean, the veteran community is a very strong community. It's just like what you learn in boot camp. You're only as strong as your weakest link. So our show is only as strong as the person that listens to us the less. So we try to get everybody involved. Like, if you want to speak, talk on the show, we'll get you on there. We just happen to have a platform to do it, and we want to bring everybody in. And mostly just tell jokes and stories and, keep that brotherhood in the military that we all had going. Because after you leave the military, you kind of get isolated. You go back to wherever you're from, and those connections weaken, and we're trying to just rekindle that. And our crew has partied literally coast to coast. Like, somehow we just keep ending up in different towns. We've partied in Florida, Columbus, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland, Las Vegas. Now we're all in Dallas, Fort Worth. Hawaii. Yep. I mean, we've been.
So you guys have gotten laid and drank all the way through.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And you hit the nail on the head. I mean, that isolation is a killer.
It is, and the biggest thing for us is just to keep that community strong. For us, trigger words there, you know, the veteran-based community, but a community-based podcast is what we're really trying to encompass and bringing everybody involved. Because we get ideas from everybody. We get criticism, good or bad, from everybody, but we take everything that we get and we try to give it back to the people. And more importantly, it's the guys out there in the service that are actively listening that need a fucking release from reality. And that's exactly why we do it, to be honest with you.
And that's what, you know, set me guys onto you when we were sitting in that meeting. I mean, you guys were straight up, you know, you didn't beat around the bush. You said exactly what you just said. And, you know, a lot of people will say what you want to hear, but they won't say what you need to hear. You know what I mean? And you guys, like Rico said, hit the nail on the head. And I can't thank you guys enough for what you've already, you know, accomplished with your podcast. Because I've read some of the comments on your Facebook page and whatnot. And like you guys said, it's amazing that I think you guys started in what? December, October of last year?
Yeah. October.
So, and like I said, you guys have grown to what you have already. And then I've got people going over there that listen to us saying, these guys are great. We need more of them. And I'm like, you know, these guys have got it. And the reasons that you want to do it, you know, that fuels it even more. I mean, like me and Rico have said here on our show, we don't do it for us as much as we do it for the people listening. And DB Radio is all about the people that are listening. And we try to make it for them as much as possible. And that's what you guys are doing. I mean, like I said, I was laughing at a lot of what you guys were saying. So, and the quality and the content is just, it's never ending with you guys. Rico, you got,
well, the same goes.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the same goes both ways. We're huge fans. That's why we reached out to you guys in the first place. We love your platform. We love the following. You guys do all that already, and if we could just ride that with you guys, it's going to be an excellent partnership, and we're very excited about it.
Oh, most definitely. And I mean, we talked that day for like an hour and a half. I honestly didn't see us going over in half an hour, but we just kept on fucking bullshitting and everything. Yeah,
I was in Iraq then. I'm just sitting there trying to. I think somebody was just holding a phone up to the MacBook speakers.
Yep. Yeah, I think you were having a chow that day, actually.
Yeah, I actually committed a hate crime that day too.
Different conversation.
Oh, no, too soon. All right,
too soon. Back off. Go forward.
But yeah,
I mean,
you guys came to us. You wanted to be syndicated. And I was like, well, why and who and what the fuck do you want from me? And because a lot of people that come, you know, they're wanting something, and you guys just want the people to be happy and have that moment of clarity where they don't have to think about their demons and they can just sit back and relax and just
there's a little
be free.
There's a little selfish sense of validation. Like are we really funny? Right. Or are we just a bunch of assholes that shouldn't be around each other?
Right.
We hear someone else that we don't even know thinks it's funny. Like, well, you know, maybe we could do something with this and have a little fun. We have these conversations regardless. We just decided to be dumb enough to turn on a mic and record it.
Well, I'm glad you guys did.
That's what makes it great, though, man. It's real.
Yeah.
And a lot of people relate to that too, right? I mean, because we have real struggles like everybody else, right? We all have demons. We all have our bullshit. We all have kids and jobs and the fuck yous. But at the end of the day, it's relatable, and that's what people want to hear, right? It's just they want to check out for 30 minutes or an hour on their way to work, and if I can help somebody smile for their 45-minute drive to work, man, that's all that I want to do. And
exactly.
I think that's all any of us want to do.
And
I mean, it's really that's the whole premise behind Barracks Talk. You know, it's not just a title; that's literally what it is. It's some brothers and a sister that just sitting down, just like in the barracks back when we were still in, bullshitting about this, that, and the other thing. You know, and it works.
And the other part of that, though, too, is every time you turn on the news, it's just some convoluted bullshit that you can't trust. And we tell everybody the same thing: you're gonna like it. You might not agree with it. You might be screaming at your radio, but you will be entertained. One way or the other, you're going to be hook, line, and sinker to what we're saying because we're not going to filter anything at all. No. And we're going to continue to deliver that promise week in and week out. Haters love it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have all, you know, done tremendously amazing work from what I can tell and from what I've heard from, the listeners. Before I let you guys go, I think Danny's going to stay with us. I don't know if Steve or Patrick's going to be able to. But
no.
Really quick, when are you guys debuting here on dvradio.net?
Oh, we're ready when you are. I think we've talked about a possible upcoming Thursday. We're going to have a show packaged up, ready to go this Sunday night. So we'll do our the release on Up in Arms. You can catch that on all the social medias. Just put in Up in Arms, and we'll just hand it over to you. And if you want to, I think Thursday night was something you were looking at doing.
Yeah, that's on the 24th. Yeah.
24th, yep. And, that'll be something people can listen to, download it, and take it in on the Friday. Listen to it Friday at work when you're not doing shit anyway. Throw it up on the work computer. Podbean does work on government and most contractor computers, so if you're in the military, get yourself some, bro.
That's awesome, man. I'm really looking forward to it. We've been looking for more content for dvradio.net. And it really seems like you guys are going to be a good fit, and that's awesome. Because we're only one show, and there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that really do look forward to that, because it's what they got, man. A lot of people are in Bo's type of situation where they don't get out of the fucking house, so they're only tied to the outside world and to the veteran community is shows like ours and yours. So we really appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah,
we appreciate it as well. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And we try to reach out to everybody. We don't. We just got our social media platform up on Facebook and Instagram, but we try to respond to everybody as quickly as we can. There's a lot of people that depend on what we're doing and rely on what we're doing at a deeper level. And at the end of the day, like we already said, that's exactly why we're here. We're going to keep this thing pumping. We're excited about it.
Bo, can I ask a question?
Yes, Six, you may.
How'd I do not asking questions?
There's a chocolate.
Six, you can ask anything. You crack me up, bro.
I'm not allowed to ask. I got yelled at for last week's show.
Big fans. We're big fans. Go ahead.
Actually, Six has a chocolate penis that he needs to devour.
Sounds nutty.
But oh my God, hold on.
The best part about DV6 is none of it is an act. That actually is DV6.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you can tell it's natural.
I gotta clarify. I gotta clarify this yelling at Six really quick. We've got like a minute and a half before we get a break, but I yelled at him today while we were talking about the show tonight because he's always yelling at myself and Recoil to talk during the show. I said, go listen to last week's show and count how many times Recoil and I actually got to speak. And he said, what do you mean? I was like, by the time you were on the third topic, Recoil and I were still on the first topic yelling at you, trying to get you to shut the fuck up so we could actually talk. He's like, I was like, yeah. He's like, well, we all need to work on. I was like, no, you need to work on shutting the fuck up for 5 seconds.
It's hard when you don't sit in front of each other, though.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And with the internet connections that some of us have, we can't do the video and Skype as well, so you can't feed off of each other visually.
Well, I spent a week down there, and I was in front of Bo, but I stayed out in my tent.
But one more time, you guys, before we let you go, and Danny's going to stay on, like I said, before we go to break, one more time, can you let everybody know your social media and all of that so they know where to check you out before the debut next Thursday?
Yeah, if you're looking for us on socials, it's going to be at Up in Arms Podcast. If you're looking for our website, it's www.upinarmspodcast.com. Again, that's got links to our podcast on iTunes and Podbean and links to the socials there, too.
And just so everybody knows, that is Steve Savage, the one who was afraid to talk during the interview.
Yeah, we got a lot of people on the call. I'm trying not to step on any toes.
You're good, brother. Like I said, thank you guys so much for choosing us and wanting to be syndicated on here. Like Recoil said, you guys are a fucking excellent fit for DVR. I mean, just your content alone is enough for me to say yes. But we do need to go to break. We do need to go to break. Thank you guys. That's the Up in Arms podcast. Check them out on Podbean, iTunes, and on Facebook and all of that good stuff. We've got Bobby Henline on the other side of the break. We're going to interview him and find out about his life and tribulations and what has got what it has gotten him today with his stand-up and all of that good stuff. You're tuned in to Barracks Talk Live on dbradio.net, WDVR.
DV Radio.
I'm Dave Libby of WarriorService.org and SOSRABand.com, and this is Contraband.
The Up in Arms Podcast.
Welcome to Media Letter Sandwich.
You're listening to Barracks Talk on DV Radio.
Welcome to Disgruntled Discussions.
You're listening to
The Marquee Dirty 30.
Welcome to the Struggle Brothers Show, everybody. I am Ron Ripley. With me, as always, is Mr. Filthy Rich.
Hello, and welcome to the Service Dog Show with PTSDog. I'm your host, Joaquin Watai.
Hear all of these veteran-made shows on dbradio.net. From original to syndicated shows, they're all on the DV Radio Network. Don't forget to check out the schedule banner to find out when your favorite show is airing. Again, that's dvradio.net. And don't forget to search DV Radio on the TuneIn app on your mobile device.
DV Radio.
You're listening to WDVR on dvradio.net.
You're listening to Barracks Talk with DV6, Google, Recoil, Marquis Davis, and Bonerwood.
And we are back to Barracks Talk right here on WDVR, dvradio.net. If you were listening to us live, you would have heard the song by Isaac Lord called Not a Day Goes By. If you were wondering where you could get that, you can get it over on iTunes. It was written by Bobby Henline, who we're going to have on here in just a second. All the proceeds goes to veteran suicide, so you can check it out on iTunes and grab it. Again, that was written by Bobby Henline and sung by Isaac Lord. Bobby, are you there, brother?
I'm here if I don't hit mute right. That's why I'm here.
That's my job.
And unfortunately, I was listening to the show earlier.
Unfortunately?
I don't know where to start. Like, I'm like, you need to pick up that bacon behind your couch because it's like the stench. Do we start with Google? Everything's pink on the inside, or do we go straight to the dark humor? Seclusion is a killer. It's called suicide. I don't know where we go from here.
Well, first off, what was your military career? Where did you start out? I know you got out, you got out, and then you went back in. Could you give us a brief military history really quick?
Yeah, way to bring it back, Bo. Way to bring it back. We don't want 6 taking over again. That
right.
TBI is killing. No, yeah, I originally joined back in 1989. 17 years old, Desert Storm. I was a 19-year-old alcoholic war veteran. At that point, divorced, like most people in the military, and then remarried, like not the smartest guy in the world. And 9/11, I rejoined back in the service. Had to go back to basic training. Had all that fun stuff over again. Did 3 more tours and got blown up in 07, and led me to this great career to be on DV Radio.
On DV Radio. Holy shit, you had to get blown up.
Right. You've made it to the top now, man.
I had to really be dysfunctional. It wasn't just from childbirth. I had to really go through the process to get here.
It's like me and Six are Trekkies. So me and him were talking one day about actors, and I was like, you've made it once you've made it to Star Trek, because everybody who's anybody has made it to fucking Star Trek. But yeah, you said you got blown up, and it's led you to where you are now in your career. Could you elaborate on that a little bit? Tell us, what happened and where it went from there.
Yeah, back in 2007, during the surge in Baghdad, my Humvee was hit by the roadside bomb, which you're talking about in the song earlier. It kind of tells that story. I was burned over 38% of my body, head down to my skull.
spent 6 months in the hospital, and I mean, this is 11 years later, and I just had my 48th surgery this December, rebuilding my eyelids and stuff like that. And, you know, I use my sense of humor, what you guys were talking about earlier. You know, sense of humor is key. It's survival.
That not feeling sorry for yourself, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not DD6, so my life is pretty good. I'm not like choking chickens on the farm and stepping on them. And,
oh man, you heard that? Ah!
I heard it all. I don't have ears, but I hear shit good.
Well, yeah. I'm waiting for somebody to give me some flack on the post I put up earlier because I put Bobby Henline hasn't blown us up yet, so we're going to be live for the next 2 hours. But I know that when I brought you up to 6 because we had that meeting with Chris for Freedom Heart and all, and when I brought you up, he was like, "Ooh, I know this guy. He was on Dancing with the Stars." You weren't the guy who was on Dancing with the Stars, were you? That was your twin, wasn't it?
We're gonna blame that on his brain injury there. Yeah, burning desire from another mother fire thing going on there. J.R. Martinez, good kid, but not as good looking as I am. My disabling good looks are much better.
Right. Now I know you've had to go through a lot since 2007. Like you said, you just had your 48th surgery this last December. But where has all of that taken you? Because a lot of people either would have given up and not wanted to do anything in life, or said, I can't do anything because of what I look like. You've actually turned that completely around on everybody. Why and what made you decide to do that?
It's that crazy thing. Like I said, just using my sense of humor to get through the struggles of being wounded and kind of let my family know that I'm okay, that it's still me inside. My family knew that I was kind of that crazy guy all the time to begin with. So it kind of let them know that I'm okay, I'm still here. And by doing that, my occupational therapist is like, "Hey, you should do stand-up comedy." I'm like, there's no way. Us veterans have a sick sense of humor. The hospital staff has a sick sense of humor. We all get it. But there's no way I'll go out in the general public and be able to make people laugh at what happened to me. But after I got nagged, not talked into, I got nagged into doing stand-up comedy. I actually went to prove my occupational therapist wrong. It's like, there's no way. I'm going to show you. It's not going to work. No one's going to laugh at this shit. Unfortunately, there's other sick people out in the world that will laugh at this poor American hero, and they make fun of me. And
oh, shit.
No, but seriously, it's crazy that it worked. I'm glad it worked because I was able to reach out and and communicate with other veterans like you guys. That, hey, we're not alone. That's key. You guys were talking about earlier. On a serious note, that isolation. We just need to know that we're not alone. There's somebody else going through the same shit we're going through, and it's going to be all right at the end. The light of the tunnel's down there.
Right, exactly. You said that you proved your therapist wrong and all of that. When I know how comedy works, I know how stand-up works. I've got a couple of friends that do it, and they, a joke to us is a joke.
TV6, did you just say he doesn't understand what stand-up is, or he doesn't know what?
Sorry, I was muted. What's going on?
That was you laughing when
I'm not allowed to talk.
He knew what comedy was, and you said no, he doesn't know what stand-up is.
He don't know what stand-up is, of course. Nobody got it but me and you.
Right, I was there.
Well, I got it, but you two were the only ones that laughed, so I was like, I'll just keep going.
Right.
Well, you're not in everybody's house.
Right. But
he is. He's creeping. He's the techie guy that's like sneaking into people's computers, watching them.
But like where I was going with that, we know when we're joking. We know what a joke is. We know how to take a joke. But in stand-up, you have a crowd, and you run into these, for lack of a better term, snowflakes that will take your joke and analyze the fuck out of it. How has that helped or hurt you, not only with your comedy, but with dealing with all of this?
Yeah, there are those difficult times. Most comedy clubs, people go in there at the end of the week, Friday night. They want to hear about somebody's life that's worse than theirs, so it's easier to make them laugh.
Right.
Because I easily go, my life's worse than yours. I win. Trump. Blackjack. But
don't worry, I do it to DB6 every day when he complains about leaving. So don't worry.
He's like, oh, my knees hurt. Yeah. I wonder how that feels.
Right.
But, yeah, it's those crowds when I go in, because a lot of times I do these organizations, trying to help other veterans through these nonprofits, and they want me to come in and make fun of myself. Like, these people are trying to help wounded veterans, and now I'm going to come in and make fun of us. And even though I'm right in front of them, they still can't laugh at it. They can't believe about our sense of humor. It just doesn't touch base with them. And so I got to slowly break them in, and eventually I'll get them. I think it's best if I share my story, talk about how I got into comedy and how I used that to heal, and then really hit them with the big burn jokes and make fun of myself and stuff like that. And then they're able to laugh.
You mentioned veterans, and on this, piggybacking off the same subject, how many veterans and how many times have you had that one veteran or the two veterans during a show say, dude, fuck you, that's wrong, you've went too far? How many times has that actually happened to you? Because I know it's happened. It happens to us on the page. I mean,
when it comes to veterans, none of them.
Really?
None of them. I mostly get veterans that come up and say, thank you, I was having a hard time, you just helped me through something, and you got some big crazy tattoo guy with a beard hugging you and crying on your shoulder. It's amazing. I love that feeling seriously the most, is when I can see a veteran come through and they realize they're not alone. Have none of them, and who's going to argue with me? Who's going to say, what veteran is going to say, I've been through worse?
Well,
I mean, there are. Don't get me wrong. Like,
I know.
I know.
But you're going to have that one douchebag that's like, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I'm just like, yeah, go fuck
You're
yourself.
I think they're scared because I look like Freddy Krueger and they're afraid I'll come back when they go to sleep.
Right? Right? Yeah. Well, you say you're there to help veterans and all. You personally, how has it helped, whatever struggles you have, whether it be PTSD or depression, how has it helped you, in that area, and then turn it around and help all of these veterans when you do stand up or you do a speaking session, because you also speak at places, correct?
Yeah, I'm a keynote speaker. I try to motivate people, veterans, civilians. I speak at colleges, businesses, churches, everything, high schools. I just want people to know, you can be on the brink of death and be able to come back and be able to still chase your dreams. And I push that message out there so hard. And it's the best thing. It's the best feeling. It's healing for me. I think all us veterans, once we get out, we kind of lost. We're not sure what to do. We're always told when you eat breakfast, when to exercise, when you're going to do this, when to talk back, when not to talk. So we're kind of lost. Like, we're waiting for orders. No, we don't have orders. So we got to figure out our own what to do. And that's what happens when they feel isolated. We need to find that outreach, that we need that outlet, whether it's a gym, painting, art, creating with wood, helping others. And I think because we serve, and when you serve, you're helping others. And we're lost at that point.
That topic's been coming up quite a bit here with all my guys here. I'm trying to explain to them, that especially the young ones, you got to tap that, that inner. You got to find it. You got to find your purpose. First, you got to conquer your demons, and for these guys here, big part of that is their coping mechanisms are all wrong.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with drinking and doing drugs. I mean, if you can handle it, go ahead. But they're obviously here for that. But, we're talking about the same thing here, and I try to tell them that, there are people that got it worse off. I mean, you still got possibilities. Lots of potential.
Right. Find your mission.
The self-esteem, the self-worth. Yeah. You got to grab that again. You remember in the military how you used to fake it till you make it, and then there was a reason for that. I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing.
So you got to be careful, Dick, when you say tap that to these young guys. That means something totally different.
Right. To piggyback off of what Six said, a lot of us have had it
Why you always
instilled.
piggyback? Walk on your own.
Yeah,
Right.
man. Everything's crippled with you.
Hey, man, I got to get around somehow. But what Six said, it's instilled in us, whether from birth for some of us and some of us from the military, fake it until you make it. And I think that's a lot of these guys and ladies' problem is they try to mask it, they try to hide it, and they say I don't want help, but you see deep down they need it, and it's sad when they say I don't need it, and you can tell that you need some, whether it's talking to or a fucking laugh or whatever.
Right.
What six?
Yeah,
what
asking
six?
for help's the biggest thing for us. We're stubborn and tough and think.
Oh my God! Females too stubborn. I'm not gonna say anybody's name, but
Jesus
Christ. The big thing with that is that, the most successful people in this world have been given opportunities by other people, and then they excel and do well in that opportunity, and they advance. Nobody does it alone.
Nobody does it alone, exactly. You gotta. It's just like in the military. We had our teams.
Yeah.
The only thing you do alone is a long shower. But
well, anyway, I'm not
that's
even
just
going to
my
touch
nephew. He likes long showers.
Fuck you.
You know what brings
Fuck
out
you
the
all.
child in me? A miscarriage.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Freaking home.
Oh man!
Now, Bobby,
we're gonna get banned.
Bobby, you and I have talked. When you, me, and Chris were talking, you got into Freedom Hard with Chris, and I asked you then, and I'm going to ask you again, how has your trials and tribulations and the comedy and the dealing with everything and helping others, how has that helped you with what you do at Freedom Hard?
Basically, that's what Freedom Hard is. It's living life to your fullest with patriotism. We've been given this. You take advantage of your freedom we have that's been provided, but don't abuse it. Don't block sidewalks and march and block my traffic, because that will really piss me off. But take advantage of it and live your life to the fullest. You freedom hard. You don't just freedom. Oh yeah, I'm alive today. I'm just gonna kick back and relax. No, freedom hard. What choice do you have in your life right now? What can you do? It's there for you. Everything's available. So that's what you go out and get it. And that's what I love. I've been following Chris for a year now when he started Freedom Hard. It's like, there we go. We talk about the team again. He's doing that alone. I was doing what I'm alone. We're both living that Freedom Hard life, trying to make a difference, trying to help veteran suicide, just trying to give back any way we can. And that's why the team works out so well. I mean, he's the Marine. I'm the Army guy. He eats crowns. I jump out of airplanes. It makes sense.
There's a new flavor out for crayons too. That got a lot of Marines excited.
Blueberry's the best.
So, in the break, if the people that aren't on the podcast, if anyone listened live, they heard that song by Isaac Lord, Not a Day Goes By. Now, you told me that you had wrote the words to that, and he sang it for you, and that the proceeds go to veteran suicide. What made you write that, and why did you guys want to give the proceeds to veteran suicide? I mean, I probably know the answer, but...
Right. I mean, me writing it, it's basically my story. I talk about the battles in my mind every day. Whether we look like we're having fun or having a great time, it's still there. The memories are still there. I was the only survivor out of that Humvee attack. And those guys are in my heart every day. Not a day goes by that I don't think about them.
Right.
And so I want to share that with the song. And there's a lot of veterans that feel alone, like being a lone survivor. I had survivor's guilt forever. And time and time it'll hit me again. But I just remind myself, and like I wish all veterans will do, is think about it. If you weren't the one that made it home, what would you want for the guys that made it? For those guys and gals that made it home, you'd want them to live their life to the fullest, live freedom hard, and continue to serve. And that's what they want for us. And we got to remember that. And so that's why I wanted to share that song. Because I know we're all battling that. We talked about the demons. I don't know if you saw my post the other day. You can't get rid of your demon. It's always there. It's part of you.
Right.
But you can tame your demon. You can keep it on a leash. And it's part of who you are. Use that demon to be creative, to kick into your beast mode and live your life to the fullest. I mean, that's what it's about. It's a part of me. I'll never get rid of that demon. I'll always have battles with it, arguments with it here and there. But it's who I am. And it's what I am today. And I'm proud of that demon and the scars and everything I've been through. and I want to help others realize the same thing.
And I've got to be honest, Bobby, that last statement that you said you're proud of the demons and the scars. There's not many people who will admit or say that or even think that, because like you said, the survivor's guilt, it's there. It's going to be with you forever, no matter what. I don't care what you do. It's going to be there with you. But I think a lot of are afraid to take pride in that, to take pride in the fact that, look, I can keep something going on for my brothers and sisters some way, somehow. I mean, I've seen it time and time again. I know Six and Recoil and Google, we've all seen it, in some way, shape, or form, especially on the page. Recoil, I'm more than positive you guys have seen it on the page, you and the mods.
Oh, yeah, damn near daily.
Right.
Yeah,
And
the first thing is to waste your life and throw it away. You're feeling sorry for living, but then you throw it away. They'd rather switch places with you and live their life. So
right.
we got to move on. We got to live for them.
And what we advise them, it's honestly is exactly what you said. Like, if you were the one that didn't make it, what would you want for your brother that did make it? Because that's what they want for you.
Yeah, and that's I mean, it's not you have to be a veteran. I put that post up the other day. I actually wrote that flying to LA to do some surgeries, some oral surgeries. No pun intended. No gay jokes there. Six. But no, seriously, I wrote that. It came to me on the airplane flying to LA last week, and I just wanted to share that because we all battle that, and it's not just a veteran or military thing. No matter who you are in life, you have some kind of demon you're battling, something in your life, whether, it's a childhood thing you grew up from, a birth defect, something you've been through. We're all battling that. So it's something that everybody needs to think about. And what's amazing to me is that the response I get, the private messages of, hey, this gave me the chills. My daughter just went through this last year. I'm sharing this with her right now. I mean, that's the best thing for me. It's healing for me to know that, especially a parent, me being a parent myself, that a parent saw that and said, my child needs to hear this. That couldn't be anything better than that feeling right there.
yeah, one of my huge pet peeves is someone saying they're bored, but aside from that are people that complain about how bad they have it. And I know a lot of people who are A, able-bodied, B, never had an issue medical, at all in their entire life, never lost anyone close to them, never observed some of the things any of us have observed. And they complain about how bad their life is. And I'm like, you know what? Life's too fucking short to waste all your energy on depression. I mean, it really is. I'm not saying don't be depressed, because we've all been depressed and we all get depressed. No matter what we do in life, it's a part of the human body. It's going to happen.
No, these are natural feelings you're going to have, and you got to embrace them. That's why I tell people, I give myself my pity pot timeouts. Someday I get mad. I don't have two hands to fix something, or I look at myself, oh my God, I look kind of awkward today. And I get mad about everything, or I get mad about those guys that died that day, and I let it out in a controlled environment. 15 minutes. All right, I'm going to punch the clothes in my closet. I'm going to sit in front of my mirror. I'm going to cry. I'm going to let it out so that when I go out in society, in the world, I don't let it out the wrong time. When someone cuts me off, or at the bar, when the guy's, not standing for the flag and I have to kneel him in the nuts. But, you got to have that control time. They are true feelings that we really do have inside. You got to release them on the right way.
Exactly. Yeah. It just.
And with you, Bo, I hate when people step on my toes. It really pisses me off.
Well, I got to once in a while. But the best thing about your life is you don't have to spend any money on shampoo or hair products. So there you go.
Hey, look, I got this badass yarmulke on the back of my head. Don't be jealous.
No shit. I seen that. The first time I saw that, I was like, "Is that a yarmulke?" I was like,
"He's like a pimpin' Jew. It's kind of off to the side a little bit. Like that was a cool fucking Jew right there."
He's a fucking gangster Jew up in here.
That must be the Jew that nailed it. Oh, sorry.
He's popping off kosher over here. Better watch it.
This is the problem. This is what happens. I'd like to blame this on the IED and the brain injuries, but literally, I come from a drunken sailor and a pregnant teen Catholic lady, and that's my issues today that I got to deal with.
I hear you, brother.
So wasn't it
Where's the
Sergeant?
chicken?
Wasn't Sergeant Johnny Jones who was questioned? People asked him how do you stay positive with him losing both his legs, and he's like,
Johnny
well, I want to
Jones
know how
goes
you
from
can stay
Irish
negative.
Smith.
Oh my god!
Because he's cute. He's still got good hair and a nice chest. I hate that.
I got to meet him with the boot campaign motorcycle rally. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, no, we're good friends. I give him shit all the time, but no, awesome guy. But yeah, I mean, he just has no feelings. He's only half of him today. He was not quite half the man he used to be. But
well, he just acts like he don't have a leg to stand on sometimes. But
right.
I'm going to fucking hell. I know it.
2 feet.
You guys want to join me?
No, I'll rather stand up and stand on the couch all day.
You know, Bobby, I think they're looking for a Nicolas Cage replacement for the next Ghost Rider. Are you into that, or?
I'm on it. Look, you know, Fire Marshal Bill, Fire Marshal Bob is right here.
In living color.
I got this shit.
Fire Marshal Bill. I've not heard that name in so fucking long. Holy shit. Oh, fucking Jim Carrey, man.
The early days of Jim Carrey.
Right?
I'm an artist.
Don't worry, Bo. When I get that house in North Carolina, I'll come over and pick up your food for you.
Oh, man.
I'll be your delivery driver. I'll bring you some pizza.
I'll never have to buy any more lifesavers the rest of my life.
I got your back, brother.
While you're picking up his food, he can lend you an ear.
Oh my god!
You know what's so funny is I got to tell you this. I'm in Myrtle Beach right now. My aunt and my sister and my brother-in-law, my nieces and nephews are here, and they're laughing. My one nephew is laughing his ass off, but he's trying to be quiet about it. It's ridiculous.
He's got the belly giggle. Does he have the belly giggles going on, Bobby?
Oh, totally. His belly is shaking all over the place. Now he thinks he's texting me on his phone, asshole or something.
Bobby, do you have any upcoming stand-ups or any events that you want to tell our people about, whether they're yours or Freedom Hards or anything?
Well, I'm excited. Freedom Hard, we got the whiskey coming out soon. We're pushing that. With myself personally, I'm flying to Michigan next week. I'm working on a film called Man's Best Friend with service dogs. Actually, I got to play a Marine.
Oh.
So Army guys got to play a Marine.
Now, I got to ask you, are you going to be eating crowns or are you going to be eating a substitute?
They said my trailer will have crowns in there for me to practice and get warmed up. Cool. I got to get my role. I got to get in your character. So I got some helium to suck. I'm going to bang my head against the wall. Shoot crowns down my throat, and then I'm set.
Oh,
don't forget to bring coloring books.
But no, I'm excited. It's going to be a great movie. It's about a veteran that has PTSD, and he had lost his dog overseas, bomb sniffing dog, and has to deal with his problems back home. And actually, when he lost his dog, I got blown up and injured, in the movie. And so I'm a character witness in the courtroom. So that's about all I can really say about the movie. But I think it's realistic. It's a lot of veterans and people. It'll be a great communication, educational tool. And also, I'm going to be doing a stand-up show with some other guys that weekend with Animal Planet's going to be there.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so we got Animal Planet following me now because they said I'm in beast mode so much. They got to come out and capture me. They can't find Sasquatch, but we found the hairy burnt guy with the yarmulke right here. He's real.
Oh my god! Holy shit! For our listeners that are in the Texas area or able to get over to Texas, when is that whiskey dropping from Freedom.com?
Dude, we are working on it right now with Wine and More. But it's going to be out there. It's just a little technical paperwork stuff and getting those final locations and hitting up the distributors and just trying to push. It's a great 5-year Kentucky, smooth. I don't want to make your mouth water, but when I come up there, I'll bring some by the couch and Freedom Hearts and whiskey. And
What region in
together.
Texas?
What's that?
What region in Texas?
So we're kicking off in Houston area, but we're trying to spread it through all of Texas. And as you know, Texas is the size of a country. So it's going to take a lot of spreading. There's like a couple of my exes.
Oh, yeah.
But,
right on. Well, the Up in Arms is up here in Dallas area.
Yeah, it'll be all over the area. We're still kicking off in Houston there. That's where Chris and Freedom Hard base is and everything. So
get some up here.
It'll be out there, yeah. It's so good.
I guess Texas is the size of North Korea, isn't it?
In a bombshell kind of way.
Okay. I was waiting for somebody. Okay. But yeah, Bob,
I think there's a ranch out here the size of Rhode Island.
Holy shit. But
like legit.
Really? Wow. Other than Freedom Hard and your events coming up, Bobby, where can people find you on social media, any websites, anything like that?
Yeah, check me out, Bobby Henline, on all social media. It's pretty simple. Luckily, there's only 2 of us that had this name. The other one dead already. Ashes in a box. God rest his soul. Thank you, my father. Sorry, you can laugh at that.
It's just the way you said it. I was like, oh my God.
How do we respond to that one? No, Dad's a great guy. Sailor, retired, all 5'4" of them. Contributed to. What was great was like on my dad at 5'4", his penis was the right size. On me at 6 foot, it just doesn't match. So I'm pissed off at him. Luckily, I have a nub, and we'll go from there. But
well,
no, seriously,
I feel you,
social
brother.
media. The squirrel ran through the tree, and I lost myself. Social media, Bobby Henline. If you want to speak an engagement and you really want me to come speak to your company and your children, Bravo748.com. Swear to God, I can calm this down and talk on a PG level. Was that wrong to say that in a deep, creepy voice? That dude said yes, a little bit. I don't know if that's his size he's showing me or just a little bit. He won't talk because he won't hear his voice. But I got the double bird. That's a good sign.
I gotta say, I feel you.
Veterans love the double bird.
I gotta say, I feel you there on the penis thing. I mean, when I go and piss in my urinal, I get my thumb and penis mixed up. So, I feel you, man. I feel you.
I heard you talking about the tuna can earlier.
Right. I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking. It was something during our news segment with Google, the junk in the news, and for whatever.
Stuck there every week.
Yeah, it's there. My dick is there on the radio every week now. So I don't know about size, but that tuna cans anyway. Stop.
No, don't stop.
Don't stop. Don't. Okay.
This is what happens when you get brain injuries, airwaves.
Oh my God, Recoil, do you have anything else for Bobby tonight?
Shit, man, I think we covered pretty much fucking everything, but definitely stay in touch with us, brother, and you know, we'll keep getting you on, and you know, best of luck to you with all the shit that you're doing, and I can't wait to get my freaking lips around one of those bottles of whiskey.
Whew. You had me going there. I got hot and bothered for a second.
I thought he was going to...
It's all about intent, man. It's all about intent.
It's like good service stuff. Peanut butter and whiskey, you can put it anywhere.
Right. Well, Recoil, I might have some before you because I'm going to invite Bobby over to the house very soon.
Move that food off that cushion so I can sit down.
I'm holding your candy cakes hostage until you send me some whiskey.
Well, I guess we're going to be waiting for a while for both. Danny, Steve from Up in Arms, do you guys have anything else for Bobby tonight?
No, I just want to know when that whiskey comes out, man, because that's part of our show. We drink whiskey and let it lead the way. So,
right? Yeah, you said it earlier. Like, yes, that is how life is set.
Yeah, I mean, we have topics to get us started, but the whiskey really dictates the
driving force of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, call freedomhard.com, and we have our own whiskey, and check it out. You'll see exactly when the day it's in the store. You know we'll be jumping up in arms ourselves. Well, arm at least.
Oh my God. The jokes don't stop from this dick.
Savagery.
That's we need to get the guy that does the mission, the Mortal Kombat fatalities, just to be like, savage. Instead of fatality, it'll be savage.
Yeah, it sucks. I go to weddings, I can't even dance to the YMCA anymore, so I look illiterate.
Oh my god.
Did he stutter?
Is he dyslexic? Is he dyslexic? What the fuck?
When did they put an I in YMCA?
Holy shit. Bobby, brother, like Recoil said, we do want to get you back on here, and please stay in touch. Like I said, you're invited to my house anytime, brother. Just let me know. I mean, you're a fucking great guy. It's awesome that you took what has happened to you and turned it around, not only to help yourself, but all of our brothers and sisters. I can't thank you enough for what you do and have done, and I don't know what else to say. Bobby's so
I appreciate
grown
you
up.
guys. Anytime, I'll come in on. I don't have to be a guest. I'll just be a guest host and talk shit to somebody. I'll help you out.
Hey, brother, we're always up for that. I mean, little Bobby's all grown up. Look at him. But yes.
Damn it,
Damn it, Bobby. That's right. But yes, everybody, please go check out Bobby Henline social media. All you have to look up is Bobby Henline. You see Freddy Krueger, you got Bobby Henline. That's how simple it is.
Go ahead and Google, those 6-ball lottery. 6. Thanks for that meme.
Oh shit! And if you guys are,
out of my head.
if you guys are wondering when that whiskey's going to drop, be sure that you follow Freedom Hard on Facebook as well, and go over to freedomhard.com. Check out all their products. They've got cigars, pistol or handgun holders. They've actually got a wooden flag on there that looks pretty badass. Your coffee, Bobby. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Bobby.
Yes.
When you choose their coffee on freedomhard.com, you get a choice from 6 different charities to give the proceeds to, and that's your choice. And their coffee is probably the cheapest for the amount that you get. And from what I understand, it's probably the best out there, too. So that's freedomhard.com.
It's the
Actually,
hey, listen, we got shirts out there right now too. I gotta say this: Veteran Suicide Prevention across the world, UK and United States teaming up together to prevent veteran suicide over there in the UK. Those shirts we have right now at freedomhard.com, 100% of the profits go to help veteran suicide. We're not taking a dime.
Awesome. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I've actually talked to Chris. We're going to try to get together with some of the UK vets and talk about their VA systems and why the fuck they don't have one and why it's so fucked up over there, because it is a huge deal, and they are brothers and sisters as well, even though they're across the pond and they have a monarchy and they get to wear jewels on their fucking head. But
and everybody's excited about the damn wedding.
Right. Oh my God, they got married. But thank you, Bobby, seriously, and we want to have you on again. Just let me know. And brother, be safe down there in Myrtle. Have a fun trip down there.
Thank you, brother. You guys
All
have
right.
a good one.
You too, man. Night.
Stay up in arms.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, yeah, that was Bobby Henline. He's a great guy. Stand up. He's also a keynote speaker. So if you need to get a hold of him, go over and look for Bobby Henline. Go to freedomhard.com. Check out their products. Grab that coffee. Proceeds goes to a charity of your choice from 6 different charities. Hey, you guys, Recoil, Steve, and Danny, what you guys think of Bobby? And my dog won't shut the fuck up!
Dude, like, he's got the coffee market, the whiskey market, the cigar market. He's got the cornered, man. I mean,
Well, coffee and whiskey, he's got 2 of my favorite things right there.
Right?
And then he's a cool fucking dude to boot.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. These are a few of my favorite things.
He just starts selling sex dolls. I won't have to any other websites I need to go to.
Right? I don't have to hide
nothing like a silicone date, huh?
I'll get to stop deleting my cookies because it'll just say Freedom Hard, and I'd be like, but baby,
Get one with the Bluetooth speaker in its mouth.
Oh shit! But
I'm kind of thinking the no speaker in the mouth is what I like about it.
Just pull those vocals right out.
Touché.
Oh my God. I was actually talking to somebody the other day, and they had said something about a sphincter, and I was like, which one? And it was like, you've only got one. I was like, well, that's kind of impossible, seeing how, you have an upper and lower sphincter. And it was like, where's the upper? I was like, how do you eat your food, and how does it come out of the bottom one?
Right, that would be the pyloric sphincter.
Thank you. And they were just like, oh, I never knew there were two. I was like, oh, you're a fucking douche. Oh,
I only knew of Rusty Blue not one.
Well, that's just because you can't reach that far.
Oh my God. Stop it. Stop it.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Right. What does the Facebook app and a tramp stamp have in common?
What's that?
They're both something to look at while you're in the shitter.
The vagina is my third favorite hole.
Oh, man. I bet Tiger Woods isn't getting a hole-in-one anymore. He actually
stroke after stroke.
They actually were having a golf tournament not too long ago, and they showed what he was saying on the news that day, and he said, this golf course is a little bit harder than I remember. And I'm like, dude, you've not been there in 20 fucking years. Of course it's changed. Like, oh my God. Because they've completely overhauled this golf course, and he was acting like it was the end of the world or something. I'm like, dude, you've not been playing for 4 years, and you haven't been there in about 20. So
must be nice to have those kind of problems.
Right. First world problems. Yeah. Oh man. So,
what kind of porn he watches?
Well,
that's how I judge my friends. I'm not friends with somebody until I've seen their history. I wonder what I'm working with.
I wonder if he stops it on the Gopher and Caddyshack going. You guys have been doing this podcast since December. What has been the best and worst thing, feedback-wise, that you guys have gotten since you guys started?
Man, well, the best is it's actually the same. It's actually the exact same thing. They want more, and I'm not trying to break my arm, pat myself on the back, but we're limited on how much we can get out there and get guys together to do the show, and I challenge guys. As soon as we put one out, I was like, "What did you like? What did you not like? What did you not like?" Maybe audio quality when we first started out. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Right.
I just Googled, formed, and YouTube stuff to death while I was deployed, and then when I got home, just put it all in work and sat everyone down. But I think it's just the amount of content. That's our biggest hurdle, is just getting more out there.
Right. Yeah. Me and Rico were talking about that the other day. We wish we had more to work with. We wish we were closer by, because the people do want more, and they don't understand that I'm basically running everything, like everything, and they don't understand that it takes more than one person, and it's actually, when you get down to the brass tacks, comes to be a job, because you're doing it every week or every 2 weeks or what have you. And even doing a live show, you'd think you wouldn't have to prepare because you're floating off of each other, but if you don't have at least a couple of topics that you want to talk about during a show, those shows are going to get old quick.
Yeah, you have to have something to, like, we list our topics out, and then, which mostly is given to us from Facebook, from everyone listening, like, hey, what do you guys think about this?
Right.
But it gives us a little bit of structure at first, because, people do want that a little bit. But then, half hour into it, it's whatever goes. It's a roll of the dice what happens after the first half hour. We've done 6 or 7 shots by then.
Get a little whiskey in, and things take a path of their own.
Yeah, and that's one other reason why we brought Steve Savage in. He's coming in from Atlanta, and he's taking over technical side of everything. Just because, like you said, it takes more than one person. If you really want to get out content and quality, you got to have people that write. And we still have our safety net. You guys go live. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know when we'll be ready for that.
And it's different. I mean, everybody that I've had on live that has done pre-recorded and never done a live show, after the show or during the show, they're like, oh my God, this is so different from recording the show. I don't know what to do, or I was nervous, or I didn't know when or what to say and when to say it. Cause, you know, it's with a recorded show. I mean, you can fuck up as many times as you want and nobody will ever fucking know.
That and the comments you make.
Yeah.
There's been so many times like we look back like, what, hell no, what were we thinking? Well, we weren't drinking.
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when you need the beeper button.
Yeah.
Or
20-second,
the
2-minute delay.
button. Yeah.
Oh my God. We would need an hour delay for 6 if we actually done anything, you know, FCC wise. Holy shit. But yeah, we do need to go to break. You guys go check out Up in Arms podcast on Facebook, Podbean, all of that good stuff. They are debuting next Thursday. That's the 25th. But we do need to go to break. Like I said, we're going to come back with Google's junk that's in the news right here on Barracks Talk, dvradio.net.
My name is David Libby.
Getting told no, and truth be told, is I was terrible at school. I had just zero attention span. It was just such a cool story to tell, you know.
Welcome to Contraband. Our guest is Johnny Cornwall, Jeff Vicente, Chris Brother Latham. He's the band of SOSRA, and I get to cackle on there every now and then. Well, the guy that owns the Chinese food place, his name is Art.
And what a studio it is.
DV Radio.
DV Radio is for our fellow brothers and sisters, and it's all free of charge for our listeners, our guests, and even those that have shows right here on dvradio.net. We do everything in-house, from mixing and recording ads and shows to the website and all that you get from us. We love promoting veteran-owned businesses and highlighting those in the veteran community. So if you would like to continue to hear what we bring to you and have even more in the future with the best quality that we can possibly bring to you, please head over to dvradio.net and click that PayPal donation button. Any amount is welcome, from $1 to $100 million that your uncle lets you in his trust fund. So please head over to dvradio.net and click that PayPal donation button right now.
DV Radio.
So before we get into junk that's in the news with Google right here on Barracks Talk, I got to let you guys know Contraband debut tonight right before Barracks Talk at 2000, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But there is a rerun at 23:30. That's 11:30 Eastern Standard Time for all you potatoes. It has Chuck Garrett from Beasto Blanco. He's played for Alice Cooper and Dio and so many other fucking bands. It's ridiculous. And our song that we're going to end with tonight, you'll find out. But that's his song, their song from Beasto Blanco. They're wonderful. They're a great group. They're a great fucking band. Probably one of the best I've heard in years, especially live. So go check them out and listen to the show tonight if you missed it before Barracks Talk. Without further ado, this is Junk That's in the News.
You big dummy. When the president lies, it's not called a lie. It's called executive privilege. I'm Fred G. Sanford, and the G is for Guadalcanal. Want to see my diary? Were you a veteran? That's right. Oh, did you see much action? Well, only on leave.
And now, it's time to find out what stupid junk is in the news.
Yay, I can finally talk. Woohoo! Yay, I don't have to do the news this week. Woohoo! What?
Hi, Google.
Oh my god. I swear. Alright. So let's just get started on this news thing. There's so much freaking craziness in the news. And I'm not just talking like the political sideshow. I'm talking like real craziness. Such as, come on, who has ever taken a bear out of the zoo to go get ice cream?
Well,
everybody's done that.
Yeah,
Haven't
once
they?
or twice.
Canadian zoo officials did that last week. And they... and
Google, I gotta say, Snoogie Pie in chat just said, let's hear it, Pinky.
You guys you seriously do not understand how much I despise the color pink.
It's actually not pink, but okay.
It actually is.
Oh, okay. We'll go with your okay.
Anyway.
It would be more of a fuchsia.
Thank you.
It's hot pink. It's disgusting. I fucking can't stand the color pink. When my daughter was born, I refused to put her into anything that was pink. That's how much I hate the color.
And now back to Chocolates in the News with Giggle.
So,
I love you.
Anyway, so these Canadian zoo officials took a bear out of the zoo, and there's a photo of the bear at the drive-through window at a Dairy Queen. It's hanging out the like passenger window in the back, taking the ice cream cone. Yeah, and so these guys got in trouble. Not because they took the bear for ice cream, but because they didn't tell Alberta Fish and Wildlife that they were taking the bear out of the zoo to go for ice cream. That is why they got in trouble. Yes. I'm like, well then. Yep. It's kind of crazy. So there you have it. There's your bear-tastic story. So you know how we all do senior pranks?
We
when
never
we're
done
in high
one.
school?
We never done one.
You never did a senior prank?
No, we never done one. It was
God.
stupid. Actually, yeah, we did. I'll take that back. They filled up the principal's car with used dip cans. Forgot about that.
That's kind of funny.
I forgot about that. And let me tell you, he was pissed. Also, he's now Surrey County's commissioner, so he can go fuck himself. Anyway, back to the news.
Well, that is nothing compared to what the kids at Cumberland High School in Wisconsin did. They took they took a car and they made it look as though the car like smashed into the school itself. I'm like, this is insane. The pictures are pretty amazing though. But they took bricks and just a part of a car, you know. It was like a stunt double car. So the sheriff's office gave them a hats off. You'll have to Google it if you want to see the photos. Actually, I'll put the link into the chat.
It was so real looking, I couldn't even figure out what the prank was because I was like, okay, someone ran through a wall. How was the prank?
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, then you read the article, which very few people do.
I think it's pretty amazing. I'm like,
oh my
that is the best.
God.
I'm like, that is the best fucking school prank ever.
Like, all we ever did was fill up trucks full of horse shit and threw it all over the school parking lot.
Snafu stole the goalpost from the football field. Oh man.
Yeah, that prank is legit though. I'm looking at it now. It's like I said, it took me a few minutes to be like, I don't get it. They ran a car into the school. How's that a prank?
Right.
Dude.
But it's not like they took a lot of effort to do this, and it has to be done overnight.
Well,
they must have been watching some cartoons or something.
You got to imagine if these kids ever go into like special effects or anything like practical special effects, they don't even have to go to college. Fuck that. They have their resume right there.
Oh man.
Oh, this is great. Oh my God.
I love it. So there you have it. So there's your best senior prank of the year, I think. Of the century, maybe. God, I haven't seen I haven't seen a lot of good senior pranks.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
definitely.
It's been a while.
Yeah. This one is definitely amazing.
Our football team stole the opposing high school's mascot statue. Like, literally stole it. Like, they didn't find it until the start of the next year. Not even joking.
Oh man, that's good too. I like that. But shit. A lot of... Okay, so we all know about wild animals. Well, apparently a lot of wild animals, like their babies, they have been mistaken for house animals. So a cute puppy was brought into the Illinois police station. Really, it's a baby coyote. Or a coyote, or however the fuck you say.
Did you say coyote?
It's a coyote. Everyone says it different. Just like you think that color is a normal color. And I don't.
Coyote.
Whatever. Oh, God.
Coyote.
Just like I say radio, apparently.
No, you don't say it like radio.
You say rodeo.
No, I don't. I don't.
Look. It's spelled Coyote. How the fuck do you get coyote from that?
I didn't say coyote.
Well, somebody did.
That was Dan.
That was me, Dan.
How do you get coyote from Coyote?
Same way you get salmon from salmon, I guess.
How do you get? How do you
That's
get?
a good point.
How do you get James
Bologna from Bologna.
How do you get James from Jim or Bob from Robert? None of it makes any fucking sense. These are the real questions we want to know. Fuck the meaning of life.
I know.
Which is 42, by the way.
So
my mind just starts to wander. I'm wondering like how much ink and lead has been wasted throughout the country to put in silent letters that we don't use.
Right.
That's what keeps me up.
Bass and bass. There's 2 S's. For what?
All those islands with S's.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't get rid of that shit during the Depression, you know?
Drop the bomb. We can make our own English words.
I still don't know what the difference is between desert and dessert. Like, I know that they're spelled differently, but I never know which one is which.
Here, I can help you with that. What do you want more of, desert or dessert?
Well, dessert, obviously.
So you add an extra S.
Yeah. Or you get...
Or 2 S's for sweet stuff.
Or servings.
Oh.
See, that's good. I might actually remember it now.
It's just like lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Sometimes I spell so fucking stupidly, even my autofill can't figure it the fuck out. It's like, dude, I give a fuck out.
Oh my god, you should see some of our conversations.
You want to struggle in life? On my government computer when I was deployed, it didn't have autocorrect on it. I looked like an ignorant idiot online every time I...
That's why they have spell check.
No, it wouldn't spell check. It wouldn't tell me it was wrong.
Right. It would be like, fuck it, dude.
It got rid of all my self-confidence. I was just like,
oh my god.
I think Recoil was trying to spell zucchini one time for whatever reason, and he's asking me how to spell it, and I'm telling him, he's like, my fucking phone won't spell it because I can't spell worth the shit.
People say don't do math in public. I don't do English in public.
Right? I don't speak English. I speak American.
America.
Oh man. All right. So the puppy was brought into the Illinois police station. In Texas, someone brought home some what they thought were domestic kittens, but really they were little bobcats.
Oh,
you can't fuck that. You can't fuck that up. You can look at them and be like, "Hey, that's not a cat. There's something wrong with that." Like, what the
when
fuck?
It weighs 3 pounds and still rips your face off, it's probably not a cat.
Well, Well, as a baby, though,
No, they still have
could
different.
be difficult to tell if you don't know what a
No.
baby kitten looks like.
No, they still have different structures, and most of the time, bobcats are way bigger when they're born than a fucking kitten. Let me
Oh
tell
yeah,
you.
this one definitely is.
I've seen people bring donkeys to the tagging station thinking they got some deer.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It's like, sir, you need to get that out of here right now. Someone's going to come looking for that.
What really scares me is these people are allowed to get licensed to drive, licensed to shoot a gun. They can fucking vote. Holy shit!
I know, right?
And they're probably
and have kids.
and have kids, and they're probably signing your fucking paycheck as we speak.
Well, those are two more of your animal stories, and then meanwhile in South Carolina, officers responded to sightings of a kangaroo hopping down the side of the highway.
I swear to God, it sounded like you went kangaroo. Like,
the old kangaroo.
Yo, man, it's not a kangaroo, it's a gangster kangaroo, right, man? Shit. You know what that pouch is for? It's for happy times.
It's because when I was starting to say kangaroo, I had to cough at the same time, but I couldn't, so I had to like kind of try to keep talking.
Kangaroo.
Oh man.
Professionalism at its finest.
I know, right? I know. But the kangaroo was captured and safely returned to its owner. So at least that one was not like, mistaken identity.
Why couldn't it be like
Although the cops thought that they were joking when they were asked to respond to a kangaroo on the side of the highway.
Did you see that one video that was floating around for a while? That dude that thought he could box a kangaroo. And it wasn't like a regular boxing kangaroo. It was a real kangaroo, and that thing fucked him up.
Yeah, it was It was a wild kangaroo at that, yeah. This wasn't
go back to the one in Australia where that one had that guy's dog tied up. He ran out there and just gave it a right hook. Cross, excuse me.
So, like, you can't really ever domesticate any type of animal, even though we call it domesticating. But that right there, going out and getting a kangaroo, raising it, and saying it's domesticated, that's like grabbing a rattler and saying, that's my baby. Like, no, it ain't. Like, you want to die?
That's pretty funny, though. And then finally, and this one I was thinking, though, of having you pull the audio clip, but I heard it so many fucking times on Tuesday that I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Or Wednesday, whatever day. The whole Yanny or Laurel debate.
Oh, fuck that shit. Oh, my God.
That is
it's so
ridiculous.
Stupid.
But I guess, it took Twitter, like everyone on Twitter was going crazy.
So, like, it's easy to do. Recoil, myself, and Danny could do that with anything. It's just as simple. It's simple. That's all I'm going to say. Like, when you get down to it, it's simple to do. You can make a file sound like anything you want others to make it sound like, especially when it comes to different devices. And that's why people were hearing it differently, because of the frequency level some devices will play out.
You know, it's funny that you say that, Bo, because when I heard it in the morning, I first heard the first time. Actually, I heard it as Yanny Laurel,
yeah.
And then later in the day, I heard only Laurel, and then at night, I heard it just as Yanny, and I'm like,
so
yep,
like,
I know they're saying the same exact thing, but
well,
it's definitely on
my mom had
different
heard it.
devices.
These are the things first world countries argue about.
Exactly.
I know,
It's like,
right?
Is it blue or gold?
Isn't it crazy?
Who cares? Is it Yanny or Laurel?
Like, I want to go to some of the Somali refugee camps in Djibouti on my next trip and just be like, I need you guys to answer this for me.
So the whole thing's set up by data miners to find out what platform you're using.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. But their story right now is that it all started with a kid trying to study. So go fuck yourself. I don't believe that a kid made that, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't believe that either.
But yeah, my
man.
mom had heard the 12 o'clock news at lunchtime, And she was the same way like you. She heard it on one channel as one thing, but we switched over to another channel and heard it as a completely different thing, which I didn't give two shits and a fuck about. But I was like, I told my mom, I said, they're using one device on this channel, but they're actually using the audio on this channel. So you're going to hear two different things because of the way it's set up. So, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fucking science
like
at its best.
The one thing they had out there on Facebook was like, what is your royal wedding guest name? And it was your grandmother's name and your first pet and the street that you lived on.
Mm-hmm.
And I could not believe how many people just gave away all of their fucking security questions that the bank asked you if you forget your fucking password.
Yep.
There was thousands of people that responded to that.
Yep. I've actually, speaking of that, Rico, I've actually seen people put their credit card numbers on the ones that say, I can guess your whatever, just put in your this of your credit card number. And I'm like, how fucking retarded can you fucking be?
Right? Oh my God. That's ridiculous. I don't understand how people can just not.
Well, it's like the Nigerian
selection.
Yeah, it's Darwinism at its best.
I mean, don't people have comments? No, never mind.
What?
They don't.
What?
So
What's
never
that?
mind.
What is that stuff?
I know. Common
Can I get
sense.
Can I get it at Targier?
No, I don't think that Tarjay sells that.
Targier.
You definitely can't get it at Walmart.
No comment.
I mean, holy crap.
Fucking hell. Wait, did you not want me to pull that audio, or is it because you didn't have any news links until tonight?
No, I didn't want you to pull the audio because I got sick and fucking tired of hearing it 15 million times in one day. I'm like, nope, that's not. We're not going to play it on DV radio.
So Google comes into radio chat earlier and she goes, I do have news links, but I was too lazy to give them to you, but I'll have them for the show. And I'm like,
no, I said I've been busy.
And I'm sitting here going, yeah, I bet she has news links. She's going to have like 10 of them at fucking news time. And we're going to be sitting here for 3 hours.
No, because I already knew what I was going to do.
I'm surprised, actually, that you didn't do more articles. Because the last time you done this, you had about 6 articles.
And, and I was thinking about this, too. And I'm like, well, 4 of them are animal related. So, there's not a whole lot that I need to, go into through the article,
Join us
took
on
a bear out for ice cream.
Join us on the next Barracks Talk with Junkin in the News of Google when she has 11 articles all pertaining to something different that lasts for 10 days. That's next Barracks Talk. Junkin's in the News with Google.
Next week in the news, they take a mongoose out for coffee.
I've been working on how to make the news better.
It's
been very difficult between all the fucking politics that's out there. I'm so tired of it.
Just make fake news. That's what all the other major MSN does.
That's what the fucking Peacock does.
I know.
When do we get to the gerbils?
Wait. I find that interesting. Anderson Cooper has never been on NBC, and it has all the rainbow colors. Does that not set up a red flag right there? Discrimination, people. Come on. Fucking Peacock.
Oh, man. That's funny. That's all the news I have.
Oh,
we would have been done before 11.
Oh, hush.
But we did some joking in between the articles and stuff because I can't say certain words apparently.
We don't joke here at DV Radio, especially on Barracks Talk. We are very serious. We take things seriously. We only talk about things that need to be talked about. Like, why is the grass green?
Blood, bright red blood.
All right. Well, that answers that question.
I was going to say, it really isn't green.
Well,
when I look outside, my grass is brown right now.
Well, the sun isn't actually yellow because if it was, the snow would be white in the wintertime.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
That's just because you live in a place where everything is dead for 10 months out of the year.
Right?
Who, me or Google?
Google.
Oh, I was about to say, dude, it's flourishing down here. We just had the
they
biggest
probably
fucking
still
flood
have
ever.
ice and snow up there.
No, but it is mighty cold when it rains.
It was actually pretty cold down here today. It's warmer now than it was all day long.
Oh, I hate that.
There's a warm front moving in, which should get to you in about 6 hours.
It has rained all fucking week. And last night, my cell phone and my mom's cell phone starts blaring out of nowhere, and it's one of those fucking flash flood warning alerts. Fucking 7:30 this morning, I hear, and it would not fucking stop. It's that fucking same flash flood warning again at 7:30 this fucking morning. I was like, are you kidding me? I just literally went to fucking sleep. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I'm glad we're finally getting a break. The ground is completely fucking saturated here, and I can hear the dam from the electric plant that is about 7 or 8 miles from my house, and I can hear it like it's rumbling in my backyard.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we've got that small garden that we planted this year, and Mama didn't do a lot.
Marijuana garden, eh?
Yeah, marijuana. But we didn't plant a lot this year because of how the winter was and all. But it fucking flooded the entire garden. If it survives, I'll be surprised.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was bad. And you guys know how bad it gets down here when it rains, especially Google.
Yeah.
It fucking, it looks like you fucking, it looks like we live in the middle of a fucking creek bed. Like, that's how bad it gets.
It's better than lava in your backyard, right?
It's better than what?
Lava in your backyard, like
yeah, probably.
Well, some days I do wish we had lava, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, why is it all of the like nicest places to fucking live or there's like shit that can kill you?
There's what is it? Tornado Alley.
Really bad place,
right.
Yeah, there's like tornadoes, fires, volcanoes,
hurricanes,
tsunamis, earthquakes. Oh my God, yes. But without further ado, if you do not want to go to Facebook, Twitter, or any social media, where can all these people go to browse in anonymity, Recoil?
They can head over to dvbarracks.com. That is our forum that we created to get you off of Facebook, away from the prying eyes of friends, family, coworkers, and if you're stupid enough to have them as a Facebook friend, your boss. So you can head over to dvbarracks.com. When you get there, create yourself an account. You can use either your Facebook login or you can use an email. I suggest the email. I don't use my Facebook login for shit, except Facebook. But after you get an account created, go to the top right-hand corner and click on your profile. You can change your picture to any picture that you want to use, and you can change your name to any call sign that you want to use. Then you're free to peruse the forum in anonymity. Anonymity. That's at dvbarracks.com. There's a lot of good shit over there. There's the typical DV fuckery that you would expect, but then there's also my personal favorite section, which is the peer support section. That's brothers and sisters like you and me, looking out for brothers and sisters like you and me. So once again, that's dvbarracks.com.
Head over there to the DV forum at dvbarracks.com right now and sign up today. So, God, we need to do an entire show like that, Recoil. Just one full 2-hour show like that. I'd get winded by the second sentence.
That's a real knee slapper, see? You're really a funny fella, see?
Oh, shit. But yes,
my golly, that's hilarious.
Yes, head over to dvforum at dvbarracks.com and sign up. And you too, whatever. Night, love you too. Jesus. Yeah, I'm doing a show. Yeah, always interrupt. That's my mom. She likes to interrupt me during a live show. Just so you guys know. She's over here bowing. Mom. She's over here bowing. Everybody saying hi. She's waving her arms up in the air like she just had a touchdown or some shit. Thumbs up. Jesus.
She's
Christ.
waving them like she don't care.
Waving them like she don't care. Yep. Jesus Christ. Man, you guys wonder where my fucking mind has come from. It came from that woman. Anyway, yes, dvbarracks.com for the DV forum. Don't forget to go to smile.amazon.com. Make DV Farm your charity of choice. A portion of your shopping cart goes to the DV Farm with no hidden fees or extra costs. That's smile.amazon.com. Be sure that DV Farm is your charity of choice. If you want to know more about the DV Farm, go to dvfarm.org. We are revamping that entire website, so when it changes, please don't email us and tell us, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Because we know it's changing. We're changing it. We're doing it. That's dvfarm.org. Head over to mydvstore.com. Grab whatever the fuck you can because you want some more DV merchandise. Yeah. What he said. mydvstore.com. Go over there, grab some DV merchandise tonight. And Twitter at DV_DV radio. Follow us. I try to talk on there once in a while. Just once in a while. You know, it's an actual personal communication device, or platform, I should say, on your mobile device or your computer, whatever. MeWe.com. Look for Dysfunctional Veterans and DV Radio. We have groups on there right now. It's uncensored and all that good shit. Way better than that Facebook thing. We might get sued for that one. Yeah, you think we'll get sued for that one, Recoil?
It's always a possibility.
A book of faith.
Yes. Well, fuck it. If we do, we'll just say that we had the rights. Speaking of Facebook, really quick, did you guys know that when Europe tried to push the restrictions on privacy, that Facebook actually moved like 1.6 billion accounts and user information from the EU servers to another server so they could get around that? Yeah. Not joking. Facebook actually fucking done that. Anyway, go to YouTube.
That's kind of crazy.
Yep. You can go to YouTube, look for DV Radio and Dysfunctional Veterans. I know I keep saying it, but we literally are working on stuff. Like I told you guys earlier, I'm one person. DV6 is one person. Recoil's one person. Google's one person. We can only do so much in a fucking day because they won't extend our hours for a day. I don't know why. They need to. They need to get on the ball. Fucking politics. Damn it. 24 hours a day. Needs to be like 48 hours a day. Anyway, go look for us on YouTube, Dysfunctional Veterans and DV Radio. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting anything? I mean, if they're listening to the podcast, obviously I don't have to tell them that it's on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, and all those fucking places.
Right, because they'll have figured it out by then.
Exactly. And like I said when we came back from the second break, Contraband with David Libby is airing again tonight after this show of Barracks Talk. He's with Chuck Garrett from Bisto Blanco. Great guy, wonderful band. You need to listen to them. We're going to end our show tonight with one of their songs. Chuck Garrett wanted us to play this song. It's fucking awesome. It puts you in the mind of Rob Zombie, actually. He's got an awesome voice. If you haven't, go listen to him. That's Bisto Blanco. Go to bistoblanco.com. Check out their latest released album, their live album from Berlin. If you listen to that, you'll know what they sound like in studio. I'm not joking. I mean, it's fucking amazing. Recoil, do you have anything else for our people tonight?
Be safe and keep looking out for each other, fuckers.
Google.
Have a good night.
And from the Up in Arms podcast, which you need to go check out before they debut on the 25th. Is it 24th? 24th. That's 24th. Next Thursday, May 24th. Danny, do you have anything for our listeners?
Oh, man. Glad to have us on and look forward to hanging out with you guys some more in the future.
Most definitely. Steve, brother.
Like Dan said, man, happy to join the team.
Thank you guys.
Happy to find more people fucked up like us.
Right?
We're not alone.
Thank you guys for staying on with us. Thank you guys for wanting to be syndicated with us. Thanks again to Bobby Henline. Go check him out. Bobby Henline. That's Henline. Bobby Henline. Go check him out. He's a wonderful dude, wonderful guy. Can't give him enough props. And freedomhard.com. I hate to, but we got to go. I'll be in the chat room right here on dbradio.net for the rerun of Contraband. But until next week, butt sickos, bye-bye.
Hit us up on Facebook and Twitter.
That's all, folks. Goodbye, motherfucker!
DV Radio. We're clear.